Leonardo da Vinci's personality was a unique blend of intellectual curiosity, creativity, and profound observation, which made him one of the most remarkable figures of the Renaissance. In his field, he was renowned not only as a master artist but as a scientist, engineer, and inventor. Leonardo's intense curiosity defined his life. He often filled notebooks with sketches, ideas, and scientific observations, touching on topics ranging from anatomy and engineering to botany and flight. This insatiable thirst for knowledge made him a perpetual learner. But it also left many of his works unfinished, as he constantly sought to explore new ideas. He once wrote, "Ambi iron rusts from disuse. Water loses its purity from stagnation. Even so does inaction sap the vigor of the mind." His ability to synthesize artistic vision with scientific observation set him apart. For example, his anatomical studies, conducted through meticulous dissections, directly informed his art, imbuing his works with unparalleled realism and emotional depth. He was heavily influenced by the natural world, which he considered the ultimate source of wisdom, and sought to decode its mysteries through careful observation and experimentation. Leonardo loved complexity, intricacy, and the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake. He found immense joy in solving puzzles, designing machines, and uncovering the workings of the human body and nature. However, he was known to dislike routine, dogma, and narrow-minded thinking, often expressing disdain for rigid academic structures that stifled creativity. His perfectionism could be both a strength and a limitation. While it elevated his work to exceptional heights, it also contributed to his habit of leaving many projects unfinished, as his restless mind constantly sought new challenges. He excelled in visualizing abstract concepts, translating them into detailed drawings and ideas far ahead of his time, such as designs for flying machines and war devices. However, he struggled with practical execution, as many of his inventions remained theoretical due to technological limitations of the era. Leonardo disliked conflict and preferred intellectual engagement over direct confrontation. Yet he often felt frustrated by others' inability to see beyond conventional thinking. Leonardo's social charm and wit made him a beloved figure in courtly circles, but his intense focus on intellectual pursuits could isolate him. Despite his brilliance, he occasionally doubted himself, once writing, "I have offended God and mankind because my work did not reach the quality it should have." He was not known for financial acumen or strong organizational skills, but his legacy endures as a testament to his genius, creativity, and the boundless curiosity that defined his life.
Psychologically, Leonardo's duality between his scientific rigor and artistic imagination is a frequent subject of analysis. Analysts have described him as a visionary thinker, unbound by the conventions of his time. He possessed a perfectionist streak, which may have contributed to his frustrations and unfinished projects. Despite his fame, Leonardo lived modestly, prioritizing intellectual freedom over material wealth. He was known for his compassion, often buying caged birds to release them and adhering to a vegetarian diet, which was rare for his era. Leonardo admired nature as the ultimate teacher. Writing, "Nature never breaks her own laws." However, his intense focus and the solitary nature of his pursuits sometimes isolated him. Although loved and respected, he often kept his deeper thoughts and feelings private, preferring to express himself through his work and writings. Leonardo da Vinci exemplifies the experimenter archetype, characterized by dominant extroverted intuition, NE, and extroverted thinking, T, as an auxiliary function. NE enabled him to explore a virtually limitless range of ideas and connections, fueling his reputation as a polymath who bridged the boundaries of art, science, and engineering. His vivid imagination, combined with a childlike curiosity, allowed him to conceptualize futuristic inventions and delve into topics as varied as anatomy, hydrodynamics, and flight, often decades or centuries ahead of his time. His auxiliary T brought structure to this creativity, driving him to document and systematize his discoveries in meticulous sketches and detailed notes. T's practical orientation explains his persistent efforts to make his ideas functional, as seen in his designs for war machines, irrigation systems, and architectural projects. However, the balance between Ney's boundless ideation and T's structured. Implementation was tenuous. Leonardo frequently left projects unfinished, moving on to new fascinations, a hallmark of his scattered but prolific mind. Leonardo's contradictory nature can be attributed to a typhoon development in which his unconscious introverted sensation and introverted feeling phi influenced his work. C's precision is evident in his painstaking attention to detail, particularly in his anatomical studies and the layered realism of his paintings, like The Last Supper and Mona Lisa. This attention to meticulous detail helped shape his exceptional anatomical studies and realistic art. Phi. His personal values and introspection are reflected in his lifelong quest for understanding and harmony, as well as his sensitive and solitary tendencies. Furthermore, his typhoon development might explain his scattered focus, constantly moving between ideas, paired with moments of obsessive attention to detail in his masterpieces.